everyone, and welcome to Smudge Vlog. It's August 10th, and we are discussing the topic creating relationships in business. The ways I benefit building a long standing relationship in business will be our topic for this evening. So I'm really excited to hear what we will be discussing this evening. I have at least 7 points, or six, that I would love to talk about, and hope that we can get started. I hope we don't have any internet connectivity problem this evening again. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Let me see if I turn right. All right. So there we go. Awesome. All right, this deserve a sip. I'm gonna take my first sip. Well, like, listen, this is so small. It maybe look big. Like, let me put it against my head. You see it? It's like this. Look at that. My God, it's so tiny. The only thing I like in a Bailey's rum cream is the rum. Nothing else. Look at milk can go on too. But anyway. So that was my second or third sip for this evening. Sip and chat. Alright, and fingers crossed. Listen, I'm not so I'm not going to bash coming
I
out
can
and see the
hear
little
you
cup and
now.
bites. Yes!
Finally.
Yes,
Sorry about that.
you see how Kim Swag Shopper do me up with my little cup? Say over cup my teeth. Oh God. So my teeth some of the baby cup. Let me show you my cup. Can you never see my cup? Why my middle finger bigger than the cup?
Uh, yes. You're hearing me, right?
All right, thank you so much for joining and rejoining. I can hear you loud and clear. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so welcome to our vlog. We appreciate you joining us this evening. All right, so we want to hear more about you. I don't know if you're frozen.
Sorry.
I think you're frozen.
I'm just asking how I'm not sipping.
Yes, you should be sipping.
I'm sorry. I don't have any alcoholic beverages tonight to sip on.
Oh,
So,
you can sip water. You can sip on
oh,
water.
okay. I'll probably ask my daughter to bring me a Coke so I can sip on
All
that.
right.
All right. Before things decide to pick up again, I don't know what is happening tonight. I borrowed her earpods as well. So hopefully we can get through this. My apologies again.
Oh, that's quite fine. All right, so we're interested to hear more about you, and then we're going to jump into our discussion question so that you can let me know what you think about creating relationships in business. You know, the bit how it is you've benefited from building a long-standing relationship, and how others may also benefit from it.
Okay. All right. So I am currently a financial advisor at Sagicor Insurance Brokers. I am also an entrepreneur. I have two
Okay.
businesses. I have a clothing business, Amelie, Shop Amelie, which I've kind of put on the back burner, to be honest. And I
Okay.
also have a administrative support services business, Amelie's Business Solutions, where I
Mm-hmm.
provide administrative assistance to small businesses, do audits, and just general assistance in things that small businesses tend to neglect and things that I think will help their business to strive and to grow. Right?
Okay,
So
that's good. Mm-hmm.
but I am a tourism, I'd say, veteran. I was in the industry for over 12 years, my first
Interesting.
job. So, and I left the industry in 2018. So
Oh yeah.
in every respect, yeah, yeah. So in every respect, in every career that I've chosen or any venture that I've done, relationships are really at the core.
Mm-hmm.
In the industry, we want to create relationships with our guests because we want people to come back because we're living in a
Exactly.
space where we have everybody providing pretty much the same services, the same goods. So the relationships are what are going to keep people coming and set you
Right.
apart from
Set you apart
competition.
from others.
Exactly. So even in the business now, where I'm a financial advisor, there are a lot of financial advisors out there. There are a lot of financial institutions, a lot of people who do what I do. But I always tell people that the sale at the end of having a conversation with a client is really the probably the least significant thing in what I do because I am not invested in the product, I'm invested in the person. So I have to ensure that the relationship that
Right.
I um, engender with my clients is what holds. Because even if the business goes, the
Right. It
relationship
has to be concrete. Right.
exactly. And we have to know how to nurture those relationships because relationships tend to transcend careers and
Mm-hmm.
time. And
Mm-hmm.
if you have a business that you're planning to establish and pass on to your children, then it transcends generations, right?
Exactly.
So I see one of my colleagues, Kimika, my former colleague from Royalton who is online. You build those relationships because even though I'm a financial advisor now, I still hold those relationships dear because they still help
Right.
me in whatever I'm doing today. Whatever advisory I can provide for any client, whether it be financial advice or any other advice, I still have clients who are not going to check into a hotel
But
without
isn't it
asking me my
that so isn't it that when you're transitioning as well, it also helped you because of the business relationship that you had before with persons, it made it easier for you to transition into insurance as well. Because
absolute.
if it's one thing I know about insurance, it is that you have to define your niche market when you're going in there. And so your
Well,
relationships as would
absolutely.
have would have helped you to do that.
Absolutely. And in going in, everybody who goes into the field, um, you start with the people that you already know. But the plan is
Exactly.
to broaden your horizon and meet new people. But you always have to start with a core set of people. And when I
Hmm.
started, I was hell bent on just sticking to the tourism because those are the people I know, those are the people I have relationships with. You understand?
Right.
And they helped
I,
me so much in my first year. I'm only in my second year now. But
but
those
I
relationships
should tell you though, Miss Smith, that with what you're saying about with you transitioning, because it's the same thing that happened to me. Because I've always been in hospitality as well, and then I transitioned into being a financial advisor back in 2019, and my market was actually hospitality as well. So that is how
right.
I started.
Oh, exactly. And they really, and the way the relationship helps you, they hold you to a high standard. They recommend you to people. They are like,
Hmm.
a lot of the business comes because of who you
Because of
know,
you and who
but it
you are.
stays the relationship. You understand? So even though, yes, they give you a firm footing and they say, listen, I used to work with Chenoweth. She's a financial advisor. Now I'm going to give her that support. But the core of
Right.
why they stay is really the kind of relationship that I've built with them over the years and not necessarily just in knowing.
Absolutely
So
agree with you.
relationships can, I think, and even in you need to meet people in the bank. We need to stop these. So because you are I'd say, okay, you sell certain goods and services, you feel like you don't need to reach out to every person. You need somebody in the bank. You need somebody who is a supplier. You need to create great relationships with your suppliers. You need to create great relationships with people who are doing the
Right.
same thing that you're doing. people who have done it
Right,
before, and other
right.
people who
And
look
and
up and
and and,
aspire
and
to
person
do
that are interrelated with what you're doing.
exactly. I saw a comment on the thing that I wanted to address. Um, her it's Shawnette's virtual assistant. So she has a bad tools for financial advisors. The ones that she's met are just static and don't understand when you're
Mm,
responding. I think that in every business, in every career, you're gonna meet people who are great for the career and people who are not so great for the career. You understand? I'm sorry that you have had that kind of an
right.
experience, financial advisor, but I always tell people the first thing to look for in a financial advisor is a person who people are their people, because financial
Mm-hmm.
advising is about products, it's about people and relationships. You understand?
It's
So
about people.
we as financial
Because
advisors,
you're not selling the products, you're selling a service, you're selling something that benefit persons. So it's not exactly
exactly,
saying that you have to buy this because it's good for you. Why is it good for you? Because you have to know how to get to the level of persons to let them know that this is what it is, and not because you're trying to make a sale. They need
exactly.
to understand what it is that you're offering, what it is that they are getting, and what is good for them, because it is their
And the
choice.
thing is, and this is probably why I love the career, because every client that you meet has a different goal, a different need, a different want. What is
Hmm.
financial security for me is not financial security for somebody else. Where I am on my journey is not where somebody else is on their journey. So
I
for
agree.
financial
I
advisor,
really did love the business as well, and I
because you have to be able to flex, you have to know how to meet the people where they are and give the kind of advice that is going to benefit that person. And our
right,
business, financial advising, it really hinges on relationships,
right.
because
It really does.
the best client you'll ever have is the person who is your client already.
Exactly. Um,
And people
Doreen
are,
Nella says that every client is different with
I
direct
never, that's,
needs.
she's from Tajikura, and that's my drinking partner.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So we have to know how to address the needs of every client, because every client's needs are different and their realities
Are
are different as
different.
well. Because as I said,
All right. And
I said, what I may view as being financially
oh,
secure,
go ahead. I was gonna say,
me,
and it ties into into the topic as well of what we're talking about. The business that you're in, the business that you came out of, and our overall topic, everything does tie, because creating business relationship and how it is that you benefit or you're benefiting from it, because it is stemming from where you were and where you are now, and each day you get to meet different persons and build relationship with them, and through that also you get referrals and you get to build relationship with those other persons.
right. And also outside of the business of financial advising that I do, the administrative support that I offer to person, every person that I have given that kind of service to is somebody that I have built a relationship to prior outside of that space, right? And they just happen to be small business owners. And in some instances, I have offered my service and say, you know what, let me help you to do this. And in some instances, they're like, Chen,
Right.
do this for me. And then it becomes a thing that I say, okay, I see that people need to have this done, so let it be something that I do. And people don't just walk up to you
Right.
because they know how you look and want to do business with you.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? You have to be. You have to. I always say you have to be available, relatable, and you have to have that.
Personality. You have to be approachable too.
Exactly, exactly. And the thing is, the business world is very small, and coming out of tourism, as you know, the tourism sector is even smaller.
Yes, very much so.
And and it is a good and it is a bad thing, because if you pass on great relationships or you don't value great relationships, it can turn around and affect you in every sphere of your life. Every time you move on, there's somebody who is going to know you
Mm-hmm.
from somewhere, somebody who knows somebody from somewhere who knows you. You
Exactly.
understand? A lot of the time I say to
Mm-hmm.
people, your who you are enters the room before you do. How people perceive you
And
enters the
persons
room
like to
long
ask,
before you.
where were you working, or where do you work? And then they peer you.
Right, right. So you also touched on
So
saying that
true.
building relationships is not only about the clients. Because yes, we have to build relationships with our clients, but we have to also build relationships with support people around us. And I think maybe somebody who is in the goods and services, like the reselling of
Right.
goods, can really speak to how important
Mm-hmm.
it is to have your inflow people, having great relationship with those people, just as important as having it for your outflows, because your inflows are going to affect your outflow. Smudge, leave me
Exactly
alone.
so. Exactly so.
This person. I'm sorry. Yeah, so you and as I always say, you can only benefit from having relationships with people.
Yeah.
You can never be too bad to be too nice. Um, just be a good person. Treat
Right.
people well.
And that's all. You just be a genuine person. That's all.
Yeah.
You don't need nothing more than that. Just be a genuine
Yes.
person, and then
Yeah.
everything falls into place.
Yeah.
Everything.
Absolutely. And there was also something that I was thinking about, because we we often tend to use relationship as something that requires closeness, and we think that in building a relationship it has to be something that is, like this. But there are some situations that our relationship with the people are going to be transactional, and that is good, because you're not
Mm-hmm.
going to have we cannot
And that
build
is okay as
bonds
well.
with everyone, right? So we have to understand that
I
some
agree.
relationships are going to be transactional, right? But you also have to treat with those relationships very good. So even though you may never meet this person again, even though you may never come across the path of this person again, you have to value the transactional relationship by providing what it is that you said you're going to provide. That is how you honor that kind of relationship. So if I'm giving you $10 and you're to give me 10 of something, you're honoring that transactional value by giving me what I'm entitled to.
Right.
Right? So it doesn't mean that you're gonna have to build a bond with every single person that you come into contact with. But you have to ensure that if it is a transactional relationship, you honor it. And if it is a relationship that goes beyond just business, then you do it too.
All right. Because your word is your bond as well. So if you say you're gonna do something, you do it. If you're not gonna do
Do it.
something, just say it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I always believe. I appreciate you. Those are really great points. And I'm pretty sure everyone on here appreciate them. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the comments. Yeah. They're saying well done. Smudge is still saying you're not drinking.
I,
Okay. But yeah, I appreciate you, Chen. You hit some really great points, and it's uncanny that we have so much in common in terms of our our work history as well. So wow,
yes. Yes.
yeah.
And
So
I like to
and
thank the person who joined. I see some people from my great relationship to before, and just
let's
some
see,
people logging
some
on.
of your
So
persons are joining.
you know, yes. So big up you. I don't know if anybody has any questions or anything like that. And then I think you have another person coming on.
Yes, I have another person coming on. So we're gonna speak on the same topic. So for you, I want you to. I know you told me about your 2 pages. So go ahead and drop them in the chat as well, so that persons can go ahead and follow you. and take advantage of your services because you said you cater for small businesses in doing admin services as well. And a lot of persons really do need that. So they would
Yeah.
require your services. So go ahead, and
I just want,
our
I'm
forum is
so sorry,
really about that.
the one that I was scheduled
Oh, sorry, go
for.
ahead.
No, I say I'm so sorry that I had missed the actual topic that I was scheduled for, because I really wanted to, just for small business people, just to kind of pull them out, because we treat our small businesses small, and there are a lot of things that we should focus on that we're not focusing on, and those are the things that could really propel our businesses to a higher level. So,
Which one of the
like you
topic
said,
was it that you were
I think it was
scheduled
last
for?
week. Was supposed to be on the week before, and it didn't happen. And we were supposed to come back last week.
Oh yeah, I did it last week.
Yes.
Oh.
So, but I
Um,
just want to.
oh, that's the one where we were talking about if high sales enough are alone, or high sales are alone is enough.
Right.
Okay.
So
What's your thoughts on it? So you can go ahead. You
I
can. I'll give you 5 minutes on that. Go ahead.
5 minutes long. 5 minutes
See?
long.
All right. Go ahead.
No. For small businesses, as I said, sometimes we treat our small businesses small, and we don't invest in the things and the ideas that we should, because we think that we don't need it because we're a small business. Um, the measurement of sales, a lot of people tend to focus a lot on sales and miss the mark.
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn around probably a year or two and wonder why the business, probably didn't succeed as
Is
well
not
as it.
growing. Mm-hmm.
Because while you were counting sales, you were ignoring stocks, you were ignoring
Right.
marketing, you were ignoring just getting your things organized. You understand? So one of the biggest things that I do for small companies is ensure that I understand their structure, understand the reporting system, and design spreadsheets and reports that will tell you what it is that you need to know about your business on a daily
Mm-hmm.
basis. Lots of people are bleeding in terms of money and time and don't realize it. You're
Right.
also underusing people and resources. You're putting money where money doesn't need to go. You understand? And that is
Mm-hmm.
where things like operational auditing and job descriptions and standard
It
operating
comes into
procedures
place.
come into place. And people think that because you
Right.
run a small business with 5 people, you don't need to have that. You really need to have those things,
You have to,
because
because persons have to be controlled. People has to be, they have to be controlled, and your business has to be controlled because you need to know where everything is in order for you to
exactly,
succeed, because you lose so much in inventory because that's the backbone of your business.
exactly. And how can you quantify something? How can you say
If
I am doing 90% if you can't measure it? What are you measuring? You have nothing to measure. You're just operating this business, and we have a tendency. I've met a
exactly.
lot of brilliant business people, men and women, who are operating their business from the head. And that's great because you know where everything is and you know
Right.
how to do things. But how can we quantify it? How
But
can we know?
what about other persons? What if they fall? If what if they're not there? How is it that other persons know to carry on? Because
And then you have
a big part of
business.
your business growth is allowing persons to let your business grow as well. You have to communicate,
Exactly.
you have to have things
And
laid
then you
out,
have your
you have to
business.
have records, you know.
You have to have your business now revolves around you. So if you're not there for a day, the company comes to a complete stop. And that is fine if you don't want your
Exactly.
business to provide beyond you. You
Where it
understand?
is.
But if you want to have a success, the business cannot revolve around you. The business has to stand on its own. And you have to put mechanisms in place to ensure that the business stands on its own. The business can answer for itself. Because if you are to do a daily audit of the things that you do, things that your staff does, the money that you spend, the money that comes in. So a lot of people buy into financial auditing because they have to do it. You have to give your statements, you have to pay your tax, you have to do all of that. So people buy into that and they understand why they need to do it. But they don't understand why you need to assess whether or not having 3 employees is beneficial as opposed to possibly having one. If
So
buying one
and
more
so and
computer
so
for
some of the times
50,000.
because they don't understand they cannot relate it to their staff as well. And so they overstaff their business because you may have a job or a
Over,
business place that need
overstaff,
2 persons.
if you sometimes you could buy one additional computer and generate 10 times that profit instead of having probably 2 people sharing a computer. Simple things like those that you need to check to see if those are the things that are preventing your business from moving to the next level. So it was a whole thing. So I don't want to get into that, but I mean, on any given day, somebody can contact me, call me, send me a message. I always try to help however I can, when I can.
All
Um, I don't have the best memory, guys. So if you send me a message
right.
and it's not that I ignore you, I sometimes completely forget and I probably answered in my head. But I'm ready to assist anybody who just needs a little guidance in getting their thing
Right.
to where they need it to go. And I was trying to
Yeah.
add my pages, but I first made do a live, so I don't really know how them thing here work.
All right. As 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 soon as you're off the split screen, then you can always just drop it in the comments. And Smudge
So
Smudge can always probably put up a display on our
yeah,
page just for
yeah.
persons to see. Yeah, and then persons can just go ahead and click your link and go to your page. So Smudge, make a note of that. Don't ask me
Yes.
after. I'm going to bed.
All right. Thank you again
Okay,
for having
thank
me.
you so much, Chen. You are very
All right.
welcome. You were insightful. I appreciate you very much. It
Thank
was
you
really
very much.
fun talking to you.
You as well, and it was a pleasure being here.
Thank you. Hope to see you again soon on our live.
All right, I'll stay tuned.
All right. Bye. Okay, so no, Chen was not sipping. So that was Chenoweth Smith, and she was very insightful. I absolutely love this interview. Thank you so much for being on here this evening and speaking with us. So, everyone, there you go. This one conversation actually spoke about our topic for this evening, and it is really important that we know that an entrepreneur that we build business relationship, because there you have it. Persons that the relationship that you've built in your previous career or throughout your lifetime, they can also help you in pivoting you into success and in growing your business. So just be a good person. Just be a good professional person all the time, you know, and build good relationships. You need to have like a return on relationship where you're able to connect with other persons. You connect with your customers, you connect with your guests, you connect with your suppliers, so that you know everything runs smoothly. All right, persons are able to know you. Let me see. I have another request. Let's see. I have 3 requests. All right, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. I have. Let's do this. I have Miss Allen and I have Kimika. I'm gonna I'm gonna send you both, accept you both, so we can have this good 3-way conversation. Um, the name is Miss Helen. Hi. Let's see your sipping cup. Okay, Nation Kitchen, it won't let you. I will try and send you a request. Thank you, everyone that's joined in. Welcome to Smudge Vlog. If this is your first time here, I am Tanisha, and I am the host for our vlog. So we're speaking about creating business relationship, the ways I benefit or the ways you benefit, building a long-standing business relationship. So that is what we're talking about this evening. So we have Miss Allen right here, and first we want to hear about your business, what your business page is, what it is that you do, or what it is that you offer. And then I would love to hear what your thoughts are on the ways you benefit in building long-standing relationships with other businesses. So I hope you're hearing me because it's buffering a bit. Kim Natural Beauty. Hi, welcome. Malikiano, who is your friend? Can I big up your friend? Who's your friend? I don't know who's your friend. Okay. So, oh my God, it's freezing again. Let's see. It doesn't, right? It really doesn't want us to be great. I wonder why not. But let's try again. Hi. Can miss my ear? My ear one do. Man, I don't know what's going on with it. Let's see. Let's see what happens here.
Hey, Jennifer, come on.
You hear me?
Hello?
Hey,
You want to
good night.
Absolutely.
Good night.
Yes, so I'm Mr. Nation, owner of Nation's Kitchen, based in Atlanta, Georgia. Do some stuff in New York from time to time because that's where I'm kind of originally from. Lived there for a few years. I do catering, private dinners, stuff like that. Specialize in Jamaican
Okay.
cuisine, but I'm versatile. I can do other stuff, but Jamaican cuisine is my main focus right now. And I do have a nine to
So
five
you do
start.
so you're doing it where? I
Um,
realize it looks like
yeah,
you're
I'm
at an
actually
airport.
there at work. Yeah, yeah, I'm at the airport. So yeah, like I said, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I recently started my business about I want to say 4 months ago, the most. I think yeah, it's like 4 months ago,
Okay,
and
so fairly new.
yeah, fairly new. I mean, it's something I've always wanted to do for a few years now because I made a promise to myself about 5 years ago that if I was to go back into the kitchen, because I started. Let me give you a little background. Started at working at Cheesecake Factory. Worked there for a few years.
Okay.
Yeah, then I quit. Then I went back, and when I went back the second time, I was like, I think I should be doing this for myself because I'm very good at it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a promise to myself. Anytime I go back in the kitchen, it's gonna be for myself. So you know, I was at work one day and they were like, yo, you know how to cook. Why don't you, make some food for us and whatever and, do the thing. But deep down, I was nervous because I'm like, yo, what if people don't like my food? And, I was just negative.
What if you
And then
don't like it, right?
yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? If them like it, them like it. If them don't like it, they
Gotta
don't
get
like
that
it.
out your head.
Yeah. So, I mean, since I've started, it has grown a lot. It has grown a lot. So, basically started with about 5 plates for one day a week. Now I average about 30 to 35 plates, all while working a full-time job.
So tell me how you actually managed to do that.
All right.
So basically, my 9 to 5 is from, well, 2:30 in the afternoon, 2:30 to 11 o'clock. So I'll wake up at about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'll start cooking. And so around 12:30, I start finish cooking, clean up the kitchen, pack up my food because I sell to my coworkers. Pack up my food
Okay.
and
Okay.
yeah, on my way to work and stuff. And what I'll do, I'll post my menu the night before so people can pre-order and stuff like that, so that when I get to work, like I know who I'm giving the food to because their names are on the
Okay.
names
Okay.
are on the plates already. So, and I mean, since I've started, I've built some great relationships, like some some relationships that I thought I wouldn't have built. And you know, for me, I think word of mouth is what really sells my business and really sell my food.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I tell people, I'm big on social media. I'm always on social media. I'm always on my personal Instagram page. I'm always on my Facebook page. But I sell more plates from somebody giving the number to somebody else than me posting it
Right.
on Instagram. Because when somebody is like, yo,
So
you gotta
then,
try
so
his
then
food.
from that you can actually see that your food actually tastes good because then you were
Exactly.
before you were doubting yourself. So persons wouldn't recommend you if it wasn't good.
Right. So, what I mean? You can post it on social media, and people say, yo, your food look good. But a lot of times, food can look good, but it not necessarily taste good. You know. So, for me, I think, building those strong relationships with people, and you have to respect your customers. You have to respect them.
Right? You do.
And when I first started, I was very nervous. Like, used to always I say, well, maybe they're not gonna like the jerk chicken spicy. And my manager actually sat me down and he's like, cook the chicken or you would cook it for yourself. And people will
Right.
love it. Yeah, that's what he said to me. He's like, yo, cook like you're cooking for yourself. And ever since I started doing that, it just took off completely. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to actually meal prep for people, because people are like, yo,
Okay.
listen, I want you to cook for me every single week. No, I'm going to just give you the money
So that's you
and
expanding
you're going to
right
make
there.
different plates for me. Exactly. So it's growing to the point where I'm like, yo, I'm probably going to have to trade in my car and buy a van because now
You need
the
employees
supermarket
now.
shopping, yes, the supermarket shopping, it has gone from, me just buying single plantings to me buying a whole box of planting. Like, me going to the supermarket and me have to push 2 carts because I'm buying mangoes because now I'm
Wow.
making juice.
Good night,
And now
Rush
me I make,
Collection.
now me I make mango pineapple, now me I make cucumber juice, now me
So
I make carrot juice.
hold on. Wait. I heard about the food before. So you're doing juices as well.
Yes, I'm doing juices. And juices, it
Okay.
was never my strong point. It was never that. But my mother said to me, say, yo, just do it. And if you feel good about it, continue to do it. So I've been building on what I've started. And the craziest part about all this, I actually did a pop-up fish fry in New York about a month and a half ago. And
Mm-hmm.
initially, I thought I was going to sell about 30 plates the most. I sold well over 150 plates.
Wow.
I was cooking from about 8 o'clock in the morning until about 10 o'clock that night. Like,
So wait. So if you estimated for 30 persons and you did over 150, then how did what happened with your stock? So is it that you had enough? You had enough inventory to provide for that many persons, or you had to send someone out, or you had to leave? What happened? Because
hey, listen, I
from
had to
30
send someone out.
to
A good thing, my mother and father have enough kids. So, I had to call my brother and send him to the supermarket. So the good thing now about New York is that everything is right around the corner. So the supermarket was literally a block from
everything
the
is
house.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, bro, we need some more fish. We need some more chicken. And I think, me working in fast-paced environment such as the Cheesecake Factory, that helped me a lot because I know how to
Mm-hmm.
improvise. Like, cause me can have five, six different things I work. Me have fish a fry, me have festival a fry, me have the chicken a jerk, me have cabbage a steam. Like I'm literally
Mm-hmm.
doing all those
So
things
you
at
know how to
once. Like
multitask
literally.
yourself around the
So I
kitchen.
know how to multitask. So and I think with all of this, with
So you
all of
had
this,
help? Did you have help with all of that?
yes, big up my daughter mother. My daughter's mom was there
Daughter, mother.
and
Okay.
my mother did not leave my side and yo, like, me thank them so much. I me just feel like, say, me thanking them was not enough, and me paying them was not enough because they helped me a lot. You know,
Right.
I just couldn't do it by myself, and
Well, that's your
with
support system right there, and we all need
you know,
that in order because they help you to
yes,
believe in yourself, as Trent says, and they also help
definitely,
you to get through the day.
right. So them push me a lot because there's days when me I tell you, I'm tired, and I'll call my mom and we're there talking and. Me just a go and do it, and she'll give me advice while we are talk, and it, an hour turn into 2 hours and 3 hours, and I feel like maybe if I never really have my mother in my corner, I don't think I would have been as successful as I am, to be honest. Because I think my mother give me the best advice. You can always count on my
Oh,
mother,
mothers doing what they do best.
to just make me feel better. There was one morning where I completely had a nervous breakdown in the kitchen because the grill stopped work and I have 30 plates of jerk chicken figure make, and everything was going wrong that morning, and I literally cry like me in the kitchen a ball. I'm like, what me I gonna do?
Oh,
And I call my mother and it's like everything just changed. Like it did a complete 180. And mommy just tell me, what we need to do, you just need to calm down and things are gonna work out. Them say I feel like a mustard seed because a mustard seed is like really, really small. And what it grow into, I feel like all that, kind of describe my journey so far. Because nowadays I started with a little bag, like a little lunch bag. That's what I started with. And now I was coming into work 3 days ago and I had 3 bags on my shoulder. Like me have a big bag in front of me like this, and I have a bag with juice, and the next bag on my right shoulder with extra plates. And I have never brought food to work and brought back home a plate. I have sold out every single day.
okay, that's
And
good.
and I think that goes back to the relationship that I've built because as me say, people I tell people about the food. Funniest thing, I was standing, I was about to do a flight and my manager pulled up on me and she was like, somebody brought me some curry chicken and I heard that you was the one who made it. And I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah. She's like, they told me about you. And in all of this, I am very humbled. Like, honestly, very humbled because as the days go by, like, I just can't believe it. I wrote this down 5 years ago and I said I would never work for nobody else in the kitchen. Like, I'm going to do this for myself, you know?
Hmm.
And to
And you're
hear
doing
people
it.
say, yo, I'm proud of you. So in 3 months, I've, my business is completely legit. I've registered my business. I have a business bank account. I have my food handler's permit. You know, I have membership to Restaurant Depot. So I'm literally doing stuff on the
Wow.
fly, like I'm doing it as I go. And looking back,
Well, you're
I'm
making
like,
strides in a lot of stuff in 3 months. That's
in
a
three
lot.
months, So like I never thought,
Yeah, that's a lot.
it was possible. I never thought it was possible. And now people are come up to me, people who may not even know, like
Okay,
people who I've never talked to, people who I've never talked to at work. They're like, yo, I heard about your food. And nowadays when I walk in our break room, they're like, oh, that's the food guy. People
the
come.
food guy.
It's just
All
a
right, well,
humbling feeling. And I'm proud of myself.
you didn't. I didn't catch your name though. You didn't give me your name.
Oh, My full name is Mayon Nation. First name Mayon, Maon. It's a little weird name.
Mayon?
Mayon, yeah.
Okay,
Unusual,
Mayon. All
right?
right. All
Mayon.
right, so Mayon. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear your last question.
No, no, I was asking if
Oh, you're
it's
sipping. He's
unusual.
sipping.
Powerade.
It is. It is. I've never heard that name. All right, so you've been through this for 3 months, going 4 months. You have your regular 9 to 5. So you're putting in the extra work. And so I just need, you've told me about the relationship being a big part of you building your business. Um, so just for everyone, because they may have missed the message in
Yeah.
in everything that you've just told us, just tell them 2 ways in which you've benefited from long-standing business relationship.
In a way, I want to say, all right, to me, it's like I know of people who are going to buy my food. Like nowadays, like no, for the last few weeks, I don't even have to post the menu because I know people who are going to hit me up. And I think that is because, I have listened to their concerns. Them tell me, say, maybe they want more meat, maybe they want more rice. And we never custom
Always
ourselves
want more
too
meat.
greedy. I've never custom, I've actually listened to my customers. I try, them say you can't please everybody, but I try my best to, you know, please who me can please because me not gonna really, how me gonna
Right.
put this lightly, stress out myself to try cook the food to please everybody because in a way that's almost impossible because there's people who's gonna
Right. So you
support,
have to go with the majority.
right, and there's people who won't support you. So, I mean, for me, like, there's some guys who you can't always count on them to buy it, because when there's certain things on the menu, if there's a jerk salmon on the menu or there's a rasta pasta, I know there's 5 guys who's gonna buy it just like that, and they're gonna tell 5 more people, so
Mm-hmm.
that's 10 plates right there, just like that. So, you know, I feel like building those strong relationships, those relationships where people can come to you one day and them say, yo, I don't really have no money right now, but payday I
Mm-hmm.
got you. I'm like, yo, don't worry about it. And as soon as payday hit, I'll wake up to a cash app request because they're not gonna send me money. And I feel
Right.
like that is a trust that's built up between me and my customers or
And your customers.
your clientele or whatever you think they want to call it. So even this week I gained and I just met her about 3 days ago. And she's asking me if I could meal prep for her every week. She's gonna just give me the money and me just make her some food because she not really cook and she's always doing overtime and stuff. So and I think, you know, there's a genuine connection because she told me what she wanted. She told me what she wanted from jump. And immediately I jumped into action and said, listen, you want extra cabbage? I'll give you extra cabbage. No charge, because you know what I'm saying, it's cabbage. I realized that
Yes,
she
we
love
know
the
the
cabbage.
deal.
So
Cabbage sheep.
yeah, cabbage cheap. We can give you a whole cabbage. I can steam a whole cabbage for you. So and I think when you make people feel special or you know,
Yeah.
give them that undivided attention, you give them that one-on-one attention there, people love that. I think people absolutely love that. And I think that's what I've been doing,
So that's you
you know?
building rapport with your persons, building that
Exactly.
core relationship with persons. And
Right.
then that what that did was to have them referred you. So where you're making your sales is not through advertising per se, overtly. It's covertly done because it's through your work and the
Yes.
relationship that you have with persons.
But now
Pretty
I'm going
good.
to have to cut this
Pretty
short.
solid.
I'm going to have to cut it short because I have like
Yeah,
20
because it
minutes
depends on
to
the
do
people in
this flight.
work.
Yes. So, hopefully we can do this again sometime. And for anybody who didn't get it, I'm based in Atlanta, but I will jump on a plane and fly to Miami and come cook for you.
Here
So,
there.
but yeah, it was nice talking to you, definitely.
A very nice
So,
meeting you too, Moyan.
yes, I hope to be back on the live again soon.
All right, we're here every Tuesday at 8. So feel free to jump on. We'll send you a request as well.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
All right.
So thank you so
All
much
right.
for
Take care.
joining us, answering the question, and letting us know about Nation's Kitchen.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
What's
All right, guys, there we have it. So we had two great persons that joined this evening, and though quite different persons, the content was similar in terms of the business relationships and what it's and the message in what they were conveying. So it is essential for you to build relationships with persons, and so it will assist you um, to be effective in communicating with persons. You know, your staff, your clients, your suppliers. You know, it help you with that. It gives you a personal fulfillment as well when you create business relationship. As I know, it's not all about sales. You know, sometimes you need that gratification to keep you motivated, to keep you grounded, to keep you going, and then through that, and you doing good at what you're doing through your services or your products, then in turn you will get your sales. You have to get that sale, right? You have to. Um, having having good business relationship also brings you repeat customers. Never forget that, because persons are going to return to purchase your items, to purchase your product, to just to hi, oh hi. Persons are just gonna come so that they can take advantage of your services because they know how good you are, how it is that you relay information, how the rapport that you have with them, how good they feel when they enter your atmosphere. So that's one way. That's one way of building relationship. It helps with your branding as well. So if you have a business, um, honestly, we have a business. So we have a business. You building a good relationship will help with your branding. If you are a caterer, you provide food, you work with a particular decorator, and persons are able to peer associate you for doing good work, for having good food. A story behind that, and a short one, is that I did a wedding back in 2020, December 2020. And because the the bride and groom were pleased, the guests were pleased with the food, the taste, the presentation, the service, because I also did the servers as well. And based on how well the service was executed, I was recommended for another wedding, and then I was recommended for other ones upcoming in this year and actually into next year as well, and larger events. And so it goes back to the relationship that you have with persons, all right, and the service that you provide, and persons will refer you. So you will get repeat customers. It helps with your branding because you can be paired with a particular brand to say that you do well. Our persons will see, um, let's use Nation Kitchen, and then they will say, "Oh, it's the food man. And food tastes good. Let's buy it." All right. So that's a form of branding for him. They will soon know his name. Sure, Shawnette. Absolutely. Anytime. Motionique Events, you can contact me or on Smudge Blog. Um, it improves teamwork as well. So if you have a business and you have employees, then it improves your communication. It improves you by having a healthy relationship. Life Boutique High, um, it helps you to motivate your staff to motivate your staff rather by showing them respect and just overall guiding them and praising them for little things that they do. So, it you have to, when you're in business and you're creating relationship, it's not just with your clients, it's also with your staff. And with your staff, it improves your teamwork so that if your staff are properly motivated, if they're being praised, if they are being acknowledged for what it is that they do, small things that they do, then what is going to happen? They are going to respect you and they are going to be more productive. And if you're productive, good evening, Jam Down. And if they're productive, then that will increase your sale. That will improve your communication, your relationship with other persons, with other customers, with other suppliers, with other persons that are going to be coming into your business. And that is through you building a good relationship with your staff. So there are multiple reasons for you to benefit from having a long-standing relationship and keeping your business going. Um, sorry, keeping your business going will be a benefit of you um, having long-standing relationship because first your customers will be right. Yeah, no, you don't train them to be good slave. Um, because your customers will support you, they will be loyal, and in return, they are going to refer you to other persons, and they are going to come to you. And with the service and the genuine and personality and products that you're offering, they in turn will become a returning customer, and they will also provide you referral, and so it will provide a ripple effect. So having good relationship actually benefits you in multiple ways more than one. Shawnette is saying good relationship leads to recommendations for paying clients, and that multiplies quicker than you think. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, so yeah, when you build good relationship, um, you will get more clients. Yeah, it multiplies faster than you think. So you treating one person good or two persons good, they are going to remember what it is that you did. And they're going to say to someone, hey, so I'm going to go over there. So I went to Shawnette and she did a really good job. Or I spoke with Chen and she gave me really great service. And so I think that is where you should go because I believe in what it is that they do. And then when you go there and you get that same great service, you're going to say to someone else that, hey, so my friend tell me about Chen and then tell me about Shawnette and I really think then thing really good. So you need to go there too. And that is going to multiply the amount of persons that are coming into your business. And that is gaining more customers, more suppliers, and building positive relationship, right? So when you have good positive relationship, remember that it allows you to build more. That is what it does, plain and simple. Allow you to build more, allow you to grow your business, allow you to grow as an individual as well. Because through all of this and all of that with you building, it is no, it's not slaves. It is going to, it is going to, don't make me forget what we're talking about. The slave something there, Joe. Joe, I can't remember, no. So when you build more, you're going to gain more persons, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. Well, remember my chain of thought, I'll say it. But the more persons you treat well, and build a good relationship with, the more persons you will get on a daily basis. So, um, you build great relationships, you get better suppliers or more trustworthy suppliers, persons that if one day you say, hey, I'm not in the office, but I need something, can you deliver it? And they say, sure, yeah, I got you. Those are the type of relationship that you want to have where persons are not going to say, oh, but you have to pay me first before me carry my goods can give you. You want persons to say that, hey, yeah, man, I got you. Me go carry the goods can give you. And guess what? Just send me over a purchase order and everything legit. You understand? You need this type of relationship. All right. So again, we're building good relationships so that it can benefit you. So if you're not readily available to do something, you can call anyone or any one of your any person to say that I want this to be done. I need help to get this done, or I need something. and then you can get it readily available. I know this person from, where is she? She was at Chassis Ramson. She's now at CPJ. And I mean, the type of rapport that she builds with person is that she's a sales rep, and if someone calls her on a Saturday and say, "Listen, I'm out of I'm out of liquor or liqueur, and I need it," she's going to jump in her car and she's going to take it to you. All right? She's going to take it to you. But guess what? Next week she'll come for your money. But she's going to take it to you because she's going to make her readily available, because that is the type of person she is, and that is the type of person you want to be when you're building a relationship, someone that is consistent and readily available. All right? So really big up yourself with that. So, you know, building relationship, which is what I want to say, is going to assist you, will allow your business to flourish and allow you to flourish. All right. Let me just jump back here in the comment. I was chatting away and I missed something. No, Jam don't need to train them to be good slaves. It's really, you're training persons to be good persons, actually. And because what I find is lacking is persons helping. Persons are not assistive or assisting, and so you need that. As Jamaicans, I think we are more on the negative side. If someone comes in with an issue, they disbelieve you straight off the bat, right? And you don't want your employee to, even if I lie the customer tell when they come in your store, you don't want your employee to say, well, say I lie them, I tell them, and I help them. No, even though they might know, say I lie them, I tell you, you want your employee, you want you to say that, okay, I understand what you're saying, and I'm going to help you. It no matter if they're a lie or not, you're going to help them, because that is the type of person you want to be. That is the type of reputation that you want to build, right? If you flat out know say somebody's lying and you still can help them, whatever reason in my life, offer them business that. If you can help them, you help them. Don't hold hard to say that, oh, I lie them, I tell, and make a point out the flaws. No, you don't do that. If you can help, if you can build a positive relationship, then you do that and let that person walk away and think that they have won something, when in return, you're the person that won. Because when they're thinking that, oh, but get away with this, they themselves will go and recommend somebody else to say that, hey, so I'm go over this and then people give me something, and they're going to go there. That's a referral right there, So, just be a good person. Good relationship leads to recommendations. I read that. People get paid properly to do them job. Properly to what? People get paid properly to job them of their dreams. I don't get that. Okay, I'm gonna read this again. Well, all right. So if we are numbers on the profitability report, yes, we know that, because especially if it's a big company, you're nothing but a number. But then you still play a small part. You are you. You have your own personality, and there's nothing that any big company, any small company can take away from you if you are your own person, you're your own individual. And even if you're there on a daily basis and you have to conform to their rules and their policies, they're still a part of your personality that they cannot have and they cannot take. So no matter. It no matter if you're the finance sheet and you make them dreams come true and you make them make money. You are there exchanging your time for money until you can actually do the same. It is what it is. You have to work for some people. Some have to work for persons until you can actually create your own employment. Beyond decal slaves. Well, if you refer to your employees as such, that itself speaks volumes. All right, Jam Dong then just done it right there. So which is true. You can't call people slave, because persons have to they have to work. You work for a job. You're not you work for somewhere. You're not, why this man sit down on my camera? You're not a slave, right? No, you're not. You're working. You're making your honest money. You're going to exchanging your time for your services or for whatever work they want you to do. You know? A lot of us don't like to speak the hard facts. However, we may not want to accept that we are slaves to other person's dream. I don't think it's being a slave. I really don't. I really don't think so. I don't share that same sentiment as you. And I wouldn't even call slave because being a slave, if you're a slave, you're getting paid point blank. You're getting paid for what you're doing, and if you don't like it, you leave it. So you can't say you're not being held against your will. So you can't say you're a slave for someone's job or for someone's work. You're exchanging your time, sorry, your effort for money. And if you feel that you're not appreciated or if you don't want to do it, then you can leave because they're not holding you there. They're not saying that you have to be here and then have no sticker beat up on your back and say you have to there. And then not chain up and say you have to stay in the barnyard, right? You are free to go at any point. So you cannot say that you're a slave for someone else's work. You're only there so that you can make money to cover your expenses, so that you can eat, and so that you can save, so that you can probably open your own business. That's what you're there for. You're not a slave. No matter what they want, if they want to pay a little bit of money for your time, you accept it. You accept it. Still not a slave. You accept the work that they give to you. And then I'm pretty sure they tell you how much I'm gonna pay you before you accept the job. You never take the job and then you say, oh, I want this you pay me. Nope. Then tell us that this way pay, whether you negotiate good or bad, they let you know what it is that they're giving you. And whatever benefits, if they're giving you any, they're gonna let you know up front. When you get the job and then kill you with work, it is up to you as an individual to stay there or for you to move on. So we all have a choice, and we cannot say that we're a slave or you're a slave for someone else's work because you make a choice. You have a choice to be there or not. Yeah. You alone a slave for true. Anyway, I come off of that topic. We're done with it. So again, guys, this is where I'm gonna wrap it up for this evening. I know I'm supposed to accept two other person's video requests, but I'm sorry for the time because it has gone because of our interesting evening, which I absolutely loved. I want you all to invite more friends next week. And Miss Allen, please be back here next week. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So next week you will be on the top of my list. Yes. So top of my list so that we can have our discussion, okay? Yeah, I'm so sorry. But the moral of our conversation for this evening is that the ways you benefit from building a long-standing relationship is that it will make your business flourish. It will make you flourish. It will help you to build rapport and relationship that will put you on to the next level. Yes? So, be on their calls? Sure. Send us a DM after the live that you'd like to be on our live next week, and then we will schedule you. Absolutely. No problem. We'll be happy to have you. Looking forward to next week. I hope I'm feeling well next week. I swear I do. So you will be booked for next week. So Miss Allen and beyond, I will see you all next week. Thank you again, guys, for being here for our vlog, Creating Business Relationship for August 10th, 2021. I am your host, Tanisha, and I will see you next week for another live edition for our sip and chat. Have a good one, all. Bye.